Sudden U.S. policy swings. Within 48 hours of Trump's latest tariff threats, stock prices for major manufacturers plunged. Investors got the message. Political chaos is not a business model. You can't lead the world if the world no longer wants to follow, because no one wants to build their future in a market where tomorrow could be undone by a late-night emotional post. True leadership doesn't shout. It earns trust. Not everyone wants to stay at the party. In a world full of uncertainty, what countries and businesses need most is stability and trust. But if a nation keeps changing its message, threatening partners, and shaking confidence in the market, then no matter how grand the party may be, guests will start leaving. Allies need consistency. Investors need to calculate risk. And the American people? They need answers for tomorrow, not midnight promises made in the dark. If someone wakes up at 2 a.m. just to threaten the world, then we have to ask, are they really in control of the situation? Or is the situation controlling them?
It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things that he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it's scary.
With a cold and cutting tone, Robert De Niro didn't hold back. He called Donald Trump, leader of the MAGA movement, a liar and a fraud. His blunt criticism pointed to campaign promises like the border wall and the booming economy as political gimmicks meant to fool voters. It struck a nerve with millions of Americans. According to Pew Research projections from late 2024, 62% of Americans believed their leaders acted in self-interest over public good. De Niro's directness tapped into a growing sense of betrayal, and social media amplified that collective frustration.
Do you think our democracy is at risk in this election?
I think that it is. I always keep saying democracy is great, of course, but democracy people take for granted. It's a word that some people don't even understand. They take it for granted. It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. He is beyond wrong.
De Niro didn't speak in abstract terms. He got specific. Referring to Trump's attempt to reverse the 2020 election results, he warned that American democracy, once a beacon of freedom, is being actively undermined. Freedom House's projected 2024 report placed the U.S. at just 83 out of 100 in democratic freedom, a drop from previous years. It's a clear sign of intensifying polarization. And De Niro's message wasn't just commentary. It was a call to action from someone who's watched American history unfold for decades.
Should not be president, period. We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things we say over and over again. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation. We're in a terrible situation. And this guy just keeps going on and on and on. The day after he was elected, I said, well, give him a chance. You never know, you'll see. But he's worse than I ever could have imagined.
A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck him.
Okay, well, you know.
Here, De Niro painted Trump as a thug, not a powerful mob boss like in his iconic films, but a bully without principles. He referenced Trump's language and behavior, from threats during rallies to aggressive social media outbursts. This statement hit harder when put in context. More than 30 legal charges, criminal and civil, against Trump as of March 2025. From fraud to obstruction of justice, Trump is not just a former president. He's a symbol of moral decay in American politics.
I really worry that if he were to win again, and I'm not saying this like it's such a far-fetched notion, if he were to win again, that he would not give up power?
You know he won't. You know he won't. He even said it. He's never going to give it up. And anybody who deludes themselves in thinking that he is, shame on you.
De Niro sounded the alarm. If Trump returns, he may refuse to step down. Again, Trump openly refused to commit to a peaceful transition in 2020. That memory still haunts American institutions. A Brookings Institute projection shows 45% of Republican voters support extending Trump's time in power. Only 27% believe he would accept a future election loss. This uncertainty threatens not just domestic stability, but the global economy, which depends on U.S. democratic stability.
Makes me so angry.